Hey there, YouTube. Shady Bill's Garage here, and today we're going to do something super simple. We're going to do an oil change on my wife's 2013 Honda Accord with a 2.4 liter four-cylinder. So what we're going to do is, what tools do you need? Where is everything? How do you change an oil? And then how do we reset the oil life reset when we're done? So bear with me, and we'll try to do this in a couple minutes. So in order to change your oil, you're going to need a 17 millimeter socket or box end wrench to take off the oil drain plug. You're going to need your finest, we should be using 0W20 oil, but this car is 160,000 miles. I'm going a little thicker. I'm not much, but I'm doing 520, full synthetic from Walmart, $19. And I don't usually like using these oil filters, but we got the Fram because that's what they had in stock. It was, I think, $4 and change. I'm doing this in November because I'm trying to beat the snow, so this oil change only has about 3,000 miles on it. I'll probably be changing it as soon as spring hits when it has another 3,000 or 4,000. So I'm not really worried. It's not like I'm trying to go 10,000 miles on a shitty oil filter. And we need something to drain the oil in. All right, so step one, we got the car on ramps. We're gonna crawl underneath, and I'm gonna show you where everything is. Here we are looking front of the car towards the back. First you're gonna see is over here. Here's our oil filter. All right, but before we take that off, here is the drain plug. It's on the back of the oil pan. This is the oil pan. Here's your exhaust coming back. So here is your oil filter, and we're going to use our 17 millimeter socket. Don't forget, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Check your thing before you put it on. And we're going to be swinging this way towards the passenger side, and I already loosened it. And we're going to drain the oil in the pan. So when we fill this, it's going to be using 4.4 quarts of our fine Walmart oil. You want to have the car kind of warm so you get all the junk out. All right, so we're going to drain this, and then we are going to take the oil filter off. Now, to use the oil filter, the way this is, you could use the oil filter wrench or whatever, but I will find that these little connections, whatever these socket things are. I have a kit, but you can take, when you find your filter in the store, they'll sell these things one off. So you can start matching your oil filter to these. You find the one that goes on here. Oh, this one is not the same as my Purolator. And we're going to take that off. All right, so we have our oil filter wrench on here. According to the sizing, it was a Hypertough 65-67. Because I bought this at Walmart too. So I can do this in one hand. I have to put you down. It's twisting, but oh, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna get that out. We got that out. Much easier with two hands. We got our oil pan. We got the back dripping on, and this is gonna start dripping soon. There we go. Now I'm going to wait for that to finish dripping, and then I'll pull it off. And then we're going to put the new oil filter in. So real quick, before we actually put the oil filter in, we're going to put oil around this edge, and we're going to fill this up, not all the way, because if you fill it all the way, when you go to put it in, it's going to fall out. We're going to fill this up about halfway with oil, just to hopefully avoid any dry start of the engine the first time we crank it as it fills up and draws pressure. All right, so now we're going to put our oil filter back in. So I don't know why I always do this, but I put the mileage on it, 159,955. You smear some oil over here on the ring of the oil filter, and we're going to put it back in. Righty-tighty. Make sure you don't cross-thread it. Try to do this lefty is not. There we go. And we're not going to use any tools to tighten this. We're going to tighten it until it gets seated, and then another quarter turn. You don't have to kill this. All right, and now we're going to put our bolt back in, and we're just going to put that back in and tighten it. We should use a new crush washer. Everyone's going to flame me because I don't have one, but we don't have one, and I've never had a leak out of it when I've missed one crush washer. So anyway, we're not going to put a crush washer in. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take off our oil filler cap. we're going to install our nice clean funnel, and we're going to put 4.4 quarts. Now, what you're probably going to do is put about 4 quarts in. We're going to take the car down. We're going to check the oil, and then we're going to show you next thing is how to reset the oil engine light, or the maintenance light. Okay, so the last step of the oil change is we're going to reset the little thing that tells you how much oil life you have left. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the key onto the on position, not in the run, just to on, where everything turns on. And then we're going to hit this button here until we get to oil life. Okay, so our oil life said we had 40% left, and now we're going to press and hold this button. We're going to hold it in for about 15 seconds, and it should start to flash. All right, now it's flashing, and now we're going to push and hold it again, and all of a sudden it's going to, in a couple seconds, it's going to go, there you go, 100%. You've reset your oil life. It's not telling you to change your oil. There you go. Bob's your uncle. Thanks, YouTube.